Ladies, gentlemen, pink-haired protagonists of the internet, welcome to
All the Games! I want to date John because I'm a fanboy.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
He's the only one I know in this game. I guess I know who PBG is.
We are playing Asagao Academy Normal Boots Club. That's where it's a dating sim. We date people from Normal Boots. PBG, Satchel, Pro Jared, Jontron, Completionist, Gerard the Completionist, Beard
Jontron.
Continue Boys,
Jontron.
Paul, Nick,
Jontron.
Jontron. All right.
Bobby only
You know who my vote's for.
Bobby only really watches John. I watch PBG, Gerard the Completionist, and Super Beard Bros, which is why I'm a little bummed that Fasciani's not in here, but he's not part of Normal Boots technically. And literally Joey watches everyone but Satchel, I think.
Yeah, sorry.
Joe, you're playing. So,
alright.
Would you like me to be the narrator?
I'll be the narrator.
As contingency for this, I will watch Satchel.
Alright, yeah, that sounds
to
good.
see if I like him. I'll probably like him.
Alright.
I've liked everyone I've watched so far.
The train made its way along the gentle curve of the coast to Japan, while whisking me farther and farther from home. Across from me sat a boy, face half buried, and a newspaper. He was deeply entranced in whatever article he was reading, and hadn't spoken a single word to me, even when I asked if I could join him in the last compartment with any available space. He shrugged, nodded, adjusted his newspaper, even without ever making eye contact. It's been almost an hour. In fact, he hadn't once looked at me. You?
That's because you're ugly.
Day one.
Devoid of conversation, it took, instead of counting the buttons on the pretentiously lush Carmine Seat-cushions, 1, 2, 3,
all right.
22, and so forth over and over. Now and again, I turned to look out the window where the trees were blurring by. Sometimes the smeared green would break and reveal quite blue of Sea of Japan. Eventually, this rapidity made stomach churning, and I went back to counting buttons of seat cushions. 1, 2, 3. Holy shit, I forgot how to count. And the train compartment shuddered around us.
Oh my God.
My eyes wandered to the boy and his jacket, not his penis. It wasn't the school-issued blue that I and the other students on the train were wearing. Instead, it was green, varsity-like jacket with an embroidered patch poorly sewn on front. It was Pro Jared, the completionist.
Pro Jared the finisher.
Oh yeah, Pro Gerard the finishist. So
but that's not.
You're
Gerard.
a first year
That's
then.
Jared.
Oh, that was him. Sorry. He folded his newspaper.
You're the worst.
How do we go back? Whatever. He folded his newspaper gently, neatly, set it in his lap, and looked at me with his half-interested gazzle. Did he just catch me staring? Now that the paper was gone, I saw his face. He watched me through heavy-lidded eyes. His hair was immaculately groomed, his teeth straight and finely bright. There was something about him, the way the light hit him, that made him look like he was almost
sparkling?
A vampire.
A vampire.
Me? He glanced around the compartment, empty beside us, and laughed. Oh, no, I'm not a first year. I'm a third year.
Third year.
The train began to slow, metal wheels groaning against metal tracks. So sensual. Thank you. The sudden shift threatened to rob me of whatever was left in my stomach.
I totally thought that said shit.
But I closed my eyes and took a deep breath, willing myself to keep it together.
The sudden shit threatened to smell.
What kind of impression would I leave puking on a student before I even arrived at the academy?
Oh my God, it's Pro Jared! Bah!
The boy frowned. I picked the hem of my cotton shirt.
Skirt.
Oh, sorry. All right, who's gonna be Jared?
I don't even know what he sounds like, so I'll voice him. That's not possible. I've never seen you before.
It took me a moment of mouth. He took me, Ed's story. It took me a moment of mouth mouth fishing.
A mouth fisting?
To find a response. It's because I'm a transfer student. He laughed again.
A transfer student, huh? We don't get many of those.
I removed my acceptance letter from the front pocket of my uniform. The paper, heavy weight, off-white, had accumulated creases from my reading and rereading, as if the words might have changed since the last time I read them. I have short-term memory loss, of course. The boy took it, studied it, then handed it back to me. He took it, then studied it, and then handed it back to me. I think.
Well then, Hannah, I suppose I'll be seeing you around. Man, that girl was a weirdo. She was carrying around some, weird newspaper clippings.
He smiled at me as he picked up his suitcase lying next to him.
I think it said something about dead bodies.
By the time I hiccuped a response, he was already gone from the compartment.
Later, bitches.
Hiccup? I stared out the empty hallway of the train. It was then that I realized he, having gotten it from my acceptance letter, knew my name, and I never got his. Just like Harry Potter. The train settled at the station. I filed out with the rest of the uniformed students. It was early April. The last frost of winter had come and gone. Bitch, you don't know April around here, do you?
Yeah, son.
It's also Japan. We don't know what April's like there.
That's very true. The trees were already green, their leaves shivering in the occasional gust weaving through them.
This is no New England April.
Yeah.
No, the air was mild, only a few clouds hanging in the sky, bringing torrential rainfall one minute, and then sunny skies the next.
And then snow.
And then snow.
And then sun again.
Yep.
And a bunch of mud.
Right from the sky.
I walked along the road with a swarm of blue-jacketed bodies, looking at the little groups breaking off from the crowd. Everyone was buzzing so animatedly around me.
There was a bunch of
I held my suitcase tight in my I'm getting nervous talking about it. Tight in my sweaty hands.
Those are yours.
True to life. It was leather-bound and worn more than anything it contained. It was a far to Yes.
No, from the repeated BDSM she used with the leather.
Maybe the last time in my life, thankful that I didn't own much. My school issued black Oxfords clicked on the pavement. I walked this way, and through the shadow of the Valley of Death did I see.
As I walked through the Valley of the Shadow of Death.
Wait, imagine what it would be like to walk from the train station to Asagao Academy. This first time. My new start. I always imagined that everything would change for me on this walk.
God damn it, if Gerard's not a fucking perfectionist in this, I'll school him.
That somehow everything would be magically different. But I was looking around and I realized nothing had changed.
Except for all of the people that I didn't know.
I hadn't changed. I've never been here, but it's the same as always. By the time I reached the massive gate of the academy, I forgot all the disappointed slouching in the back of my throat. The school framed by the gate's twisted black metal was just as beautiful as the glossy photos I saw in the pamphlet. This was it. Asagao Academy.
Asagao Academy.
I glanced around. The swarm of students gathered around the gate. Beyond it, teeny blue people bounced around the academy's main building. I didn't know it was occupied by Smurfs.
No, it's occupied by background characters, Joey.
Oh, sorry. Smurf. A girl pressed a button on the side of the gate. The excitement in the air was almost palpable, like Emperor Palpatine.
Unlimited power!
A few moments later, the black gate with great effort creaked outwards and cleared the pathway. As the rest of the group shifted into motion, I followed along as sheep in the herd. My stomach tied itself in knots. I came.
Everyone noticed.
I never returned. A crowd split off in different directions for a moment.
That's how I got my 4th acceptance letter to transfer to other academies.
A tired-looking man with graying hair called out for first years. A cluster of fresh-faced students gathered around him. Oh, sorry, I moved that out of the way there.
Hey, look at the girl!
No, don't notice my cum stains! I turned. A few feet away, a small group of boys were pointing at me and snickering. About the cum, of course. Posh boy.
Pink hair. Are you kidding me? Hey, that's what can you get?
Ah, shame crawled down my neck.
It turned me on.
I attached myself to a group of girls, following a few steps behind them. Hopefully, they would notice their cum stains and not mine. In the distance, cicadas hummed in time to my shoes crunching against gravel.
Why do these games always bring out the worst in us?
I don't know. My hair. It wasn't my fault that my hair looked like this. I was a natural-born pink hair.
Are you kidding me?
I have no
I'm
clue.
pretty sure it's dye.
I mean, you know. Luckily, I found myself at the girls' dormitory. A large sign in the lawn reading, Primrose House. The building dwarfed me in size and sheer intimidation.
You're the one that chose to read the main character.
I did.
Save.
We're gonna
For fuck's
save.
sake. No, save over that. Okay.
Alright. We will continue this next time on All the Games, where we will continue embarrassing ourselves with our incontrollable orgasms.
Sure.
I think it's just like the first 3 episodes that bring out the worst in us.
Alright.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.